No, Bernard, you and Perlita and that group of people are the ones that are dumb, picking Street, Jamaica Street, and Harry and all them. Because you're the one making up the Carney story and all of them, Randy and the murders and all this shit. All, you know. Like I said, I've sat there and visited memorials, looking at stuff while I'm out here. Before you guys turned on all the crappy bit and make up all that shit, you're just doing fake precog for fake, inception, Bernard. So you look important. But like I said, if they trust in Tom Cruise, the Hollywood celebrities, and the military, they can pretty much predict and have been predicting everything you've done, Bernard. Everything that group of adults did on those two streets has been vindictive for power. And you guys always attacked that, which was always nice to you at first. That you guys could manipulate and take advantage of. The 61 amphibious spaceman there, pretty much, I mean, his attitude proves that he's a piece of dumb dog shit, Bernard. It never belonged to any of you. Or any of the shit you're making up. Is that why Cruz and them left right away? Because you guys tried to do vampire? Underworld boy Bernard LaFag of LaFake? Bernard, you guys' super fag attitude and how you behave proves you're a fucking bunch of fraud. You used to be waved in, Bernard, but you guys trashed that shit. Why? Like I said, another relative after some disputes with Joe and the group of you after you guys wrecked his shit. Do an inverted red. Elton and them running around and shit. Bernard, this is your time for the Intillas and Freemans and the group of you to shine. You're going to gather all your gangster units in the ghetto style again. Bernard, I don't care if you rule a mob full of people. Are you regathering that all-American air parade show again? Where all the troubles began? Maybe Casa Bonita. Oh, I know. That's why he attacked the Spaniards. Casa Bonita. It's the same color as the peach. We figured it out. Oh my God, what a criminal investigator you guys are, Antillas and Freeman. And Perlita Quinwan and Dave. Oh my God, Steve Jones, you guys have solved the riddles of the world. Why you guys attack Phil Kent and me and all those people, Steve Jones and Morgan? Is there, and Bernard, is there a massive threat? Intimidation game. The Enigma. Germany. France. We got more money than you. We killed you and stole all your shit. Then we travel around faster than you. Race! Like I said, you're so hillbilly, hicked out, carny, inbred, Bernard. Even in your supposed vampirial rise, you're a dumb fuck. If it existed, Bernard, you weren't even alive. Don't you pay attention to those films? And if it was, why would they ever reveal themselves to any of you? You don't masquerade, right, or convent. But you guys killed everyone damn near in the religious and spiritual convent. So what, you're going to try to be like Brad Pitt and just be like one of the lurk behind corners at night and shit and pretend that you're the last one, like Highlander? There can be only one. That's how pathetic your copycat LaCarney life is, Bernard. I shit you not, his mom is pretty much paid for the three of you pretty much your entire existence across the United States. I mean, that's a level of fucking spoiled, dude. That even Charles had to pay for your dumb faggot ass, Bernard La Lazy La Fag. Bend it on corny knees. Like I said, stack the deck for you and Harry and the group of you, Bernard. Adam, John, Dave, Perlita, Aaron. Should I put Kim in there too? Bailey? I mean, who else? And you wonder how the schools were programmed in? Randy? Bend it on Carnini, bend it on Carnini. You want to try to re-raise Hitler, huh, there, Bernardo LaFega LaChance? Did you go over there and did you cry baby in front of him? You guys in the Apple game, Beyond Castle Wolfenstein, you better be nice to us. The only life is the carny life. But you guys want to be German Nazis? My friend Peter Boyle said it the best. And KHM. And he said, none of you know what it was like to be a Nazi. And guess what? There is another man whose prediction was correct about the dumb fucks that would rise in the assertion of their Nazi Confederate Communist Party that never knew what they were talking about at all. You made it happen, Bernardo LaFaga, LaChance, and Perlita and Dave. So not only Greg Faust's prediction was right, but also Peter Boyles of AM Talk Show Radio. So I thought you listened to him, Bernardo LaFaga, LaDumb. Apparently not. Maybe Coast to Coast was correct too. Maybe George Norrie and all them were correct too. They still proved that you guys ruined the 80s. And then the DJs do too. So again, Bernardo LaFaga, LaDumb, they listen. Trust me, it's worth it for this one to round the whole group of you up, however big or small. Bernardo LaFaga, LaFuck, of Dumb, of LaFag, Doug, Elton, because you guys always seem to be in the center of it with Ellery in your boxes, Bernard, so they can massively humiliate the Bitted Bat 4 of White and Carney Circus, of Country and Western, of La fucking Ghetto of the Dome. Because if you don't know anything about the Nazi Communist Party or the Confederacy, Bernard, how in the fuck would you know anything about ghettos or the Holocaust? So amass your mob, Bernard, but I will stick with the ones that you guys consistently beat down and abused, that spoke their minds, that you guys like to constantly erase to put in your regime. So, Bernard, you like to work with those Negroes and the stank they gave it to you in their bullshit story with Don Wiley and all them. Now, like I said, Peter Boyles gets a real answer about what the African Americans, the supposed, his friend down here, were actually doing. And that was being traitors. And he got to prove who are the ones who disseminated and destroyed the entire fucking state on those lines. So, Bernard, I don't know if I'd be rooting for the Jonestown or their big fucking mess, because they did it on purpose to compete with, who else can you guess? Germany. But they had a wall. See, we can backtrack that shit in, Bernard, as to the cause of the war. So if you want to go to Africa and to be the lion pride, Hakuna Matata, and you guys are attacking Disneyland, then they want to be the naked Negroes again. It's the same old shit with you people all the fucking time. But that's not what dissemination is. But we'll let you prove it. Like I said, Bernard, in order for them to prove dissemination, they had to kill the animal to put the hide on for the clothes, but now they want to revert back to being naked to prove the other side of dissemination, to prove 9/11. But you had to have the clothes or create the society to prove dissemination, to unprove dissemination. We were the religions of the world, Zion, Eden, and Atlantis. You guys are so anti your Egyptian pharaohs. You guys worship those gods or the Greek gods, and then you turn around and say you don't want to be. Bernard, I'm sorry to say, but evolution is not on your side, or atheism, and it isn't on most people's anyway. And any peaceful society that there was, if you're going to prove dissemination or deception or inception or whatever, Bernard, you have no baseline, because your societies throughout history are completely based upon warfare. And most peaceful societies that existed, and I doubt it was the Egyptians, because if you pay attention to how they built them, they are speaking a message to all of you. how big of full of shit a lot of you are. Because for all you know, Bernard, if they were aliens, they landed on top of that peaceful society. You are fighting a war, Bernard, probably from space through other cosmoses and galaxies that you have no concept of the intelligence that they possess. And you are losing because they know that your species on this earth is a threat. So you can make up whatever story you want, Carney Man. Where I'm from, it was all dark and there are no Negroes. Your fucking story is made up movie fucking shit magic, Bernard. Pay attention to the cosmos and what NASA and some of them are telling you, Bernard, because they speak a bigger message about how big a full of shit the group of you have always been on the planet Earth. Because, Bernard, when you're fighting a war that big and hairy and them are trying to make Dave and them the super gods of alienism, but they possess human qualities, then you're gonna have human flaws. Oh! So again, Bernard, if there was any peaceful society or community or, empire on the earth or in the cosmos, it was most likely destroyed by that which kind of regimes that you like to revel around in and pretend that you don't. You are a fraud, GPS Knight of Paso Robles, you are a thief, because they tried to build something cool here, and you fucking thieves come and take it through history, just like the Christ, right? So after Christ was killed, or the Kennedys were killed, you guys come and grift it, and then the Negroes go, let's kill Martin Luther King, and then we can assume we are be gods, and then we can find our own real God. See what the kid was trying to fucking tell you, Harry? You guys were full of shit the entire fucking time, and your entire operation was always engaged in cover-up. That's why the CIA and FBI and NSA, but mostly the CIA, was created. And they tell you this in your history, that they couldn't trust any of you during that time period. That was before you guys started protesting, Bernard. What do you think they found? And I'm not talking about the obvious. Maybe gold and diamonds and metal. Copper. You know, you guys' own ancient Egyptians talk about copper and metal collecting, Bernard. That's a human quality. So every time you tell people, Bernard, well, I'm from this place and it was really not in the All-America, I was really like the four of you and your fucking is full of fucking shit, because there's an older and ancient ancient culture, that tells you guys that you're full of crap. And so Bernard and them go, well, Tom, this was the one, so it's not fair, it wasn't me, the Guardian. Rip it down, Tomb Raider, so we can put ourselves there. Defense mechanism. Joe is a lying piece of shit. He is a rapist and abuser. You guys live through a hillbilly book, and you don't know what to do. That's what happens when he spied on those families there in Colorado and then came out here, Bernardo La Vega La Dum, with Perlita. What's happening to us? Cut each other open and shit. You're nothing but petty thieves, Bernard, living basically the Castle Wolfenstein Apple game. And by the way, Bowman's getting, but Hilton, she is almost getting to super genius level. Because the day I saw, she got another Apple girl, and complete with Beswick foot poke. So, Bernard, I'm telling you something. If you're not going to respect the Hiltons and the Rothschilds and the Beswicks, and I already can tell that you guys don't, if you're not going to respect Anna Beswick or Sasha de Imes, but especially Anna Beswick, Bernard Lafagaladum, I'm going to tell you something. The group of the four of you men specifically, Bernard, that's always been in everybody's shit, you'll always fail.